Hi everyone, this is Balázs from RacingBrick, and today we are doing something a bit different but perfectly on theme for this time of the year. LEGO Star Wars has a long tradition of dropping their advent calendar, and this is the 2025 edition right here. It seems to have some cool exclusive minifigures and a few fun builds inside, so this is a safe present for Star Wars fans. No surprises, no hunting, just pure holiday fun. But every once in a while, LEGO releases something a bit more special, a bit harder to find, and in some cases, almost impossible to get unless you are willing to pay, well, a lot. So for this video, I picked the two best Christmas-themed Star Wars sets that you could still theoretically hunt down for this season, although you probably shouldn't. Still, let's see what we got. Let's start with the absolute legend of holiday exclusives, the 400 2019 Christmas X-Wing. This was the LEGO employee gift 6 years ago, never sold at retail, and today it's one of the most unusual pieces of Christmas Star Wars history. I have it here on the table, and the funny thing about this set is that its insane price, the 6-month average is around 760 euros on Bricklink, so the price is almost entirely because of one minifigure. This one right here, the Yuletide Squadron Pilot. One tiny, festive, absolutely ridiculously priced figure that somehow sells for an average of 530 euros on its own. When you do the math, it means the rest of the set only costs about 230 euros. For that price, you can basically buy the latest full-size UCS X-Wing, so no, objectively it's still not a good deal. But it is a very cool collectible with some nice functions, and if you are a hardcore Star Wars holiday completionist, this is still the king of Christmas exclusives. Honestly, it might be even worth getting without the minifigure, because the build itself is cool enough. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the most accessible festive Star Wars set so far, the 40658 Millennium Falcon Holiday Diorama from 2023. This one is retired, but still easy to pick up for around 25 euros. Honestly, it's not my favorite, it has the holiday vibe, and you can grab the two exclusive minifigs separately for around 8 euros if you just want the sweaters. It sort of works as a little display piece, but if you want something that feels special, something that actually stands out on a Christmas shelf, we have a much better option for this year. That brings us to the fresh, sugary heart of this video, the 40806 Gingerbread AT-AT Walker. I will be honest, for me this is one of the cutest and most unexpected Star Wars releases in years. The set is now out of stock in the US, and it's on backorder in most other countries, so if you were hoping to get it at RRP for this Christmas, good luck. Realistically, you are looking at 75 euros or more right now. But let me tell you why people are scrambling to get one. If you check the inventory, you quickly realize you are about to build an AT-AT with almost no grey parts, and that feels bizarre in the best possible way. Plenty of dark orange pieces, lots of colors all around, and yet it unmistakably becomes an AT-AT once you build it. But here's the reason half the planet wants the set: Gingerbread Darth Vader. This figure is an absolute masterpiece of silliness. LEGO recolored Vader's helmet in medium nougat for the first time, added icing details that look intentionally messy, and even gave him a printed fabric cape to match. He doesn't have a face under the helmet, because he's not Anakin made of cookies, he is literally a gingerbread man. The AT-AT itself looks great on display, and it's surprisingly packed with details. The head uses candy canes and white ski poles for the cannons. The sides have little Christmas lights and candy buttons. Both sides open up, inside there's a fireplace, Christmas stockings, a cozy chair, and some presents at the back because of course the Empire celebrates in style. There's even a tiny grey ball that's basically the Death Star in holiday ornament form, unfortunately it's not printed. The cockpit opens too, but a normal minifigure doesn't fit unless you leave the top open, which makes it even funnier. Even though it's small, the designers capture the essential AT-AT shape really well, and the articulation is enough to make it possible. Just don't expect super high stability, and the head is unfortunately fixed. The final verdict is simple. LEGO Star Wars is at its best when it doesn't take itself too seriously, and this set is pure Christmas joy. Yes, the price is a little high for the piece count, but the novelty, the exclusivity, and that absolutely adorable Gingerbread Vader make it a standout holiday gift. So let's summarize the Christmas hunt. If you want to be absolutely safe this year, the 2025 Advent Calendar is still the easiest holiday Star Wars item to get. Believe me, it's still fun to open all the windows at once on Christmas Day, and advent calendars usually stay on shelves long enough to avoid panic buying. But if you want one of the two special Christmas sets, the Christmas X-Wing is the impossible collectible, and the Gingerbread AT-AT is the one you could still grab now, or more realistically, get early next year and save for Christmas 2026 before it inevitably becomes just as painful to find. Either way, LEGO Star Wars and Christmas is a combination that just keeps giving, and I really hope LEGO continues making a crazy seasonal set next year as well. A Gingerbread AT-AT today, maybe a snowman TIE fighter tomorrow, a man can dream. Let me know what you think about these sets, or do you have the advent calendar already? Let's talk about it in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe with notifications, as more exciting LEGO videos are coming soon. See you next time, bye bye.